Good morning, 9:10. It's Wednesday. You know what Wednesday means? It means there's fuel tonight. So for those of you watching this, excited to see you tonight, and I want to bring you today's daily dose out of First Timothy chapter 6 actually. This last weekend, we talked about First Timothy chapter 6 when he talks about the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. And because we're in James chapter 2 talking about favoritism, the very first thing he talks about is when we show favoritism to the wealthy, to people that have a higher status, to people that maybe we think if I'm nice to this person, maybe I'll get something out of it. Never once, I don't think, has anybody ever given something to a homeless person expecting, what are you going to do for me now? I gave you $1. Now what do you do for me? Right? But a lot of the times we can kind of pay attention to somebody who is wealthy or somebody who owns a lot of things or somebody who could take you on a cool vacation or give you a certain status. I'm friends with so and so, therefore I'm cool by association. And we then went to First Timothy chapter 6 that kind of talks about a lot about riches, and Paul is writing to Timothy almost as this mentorship, and he's almost warning him like, hey, listen, like, money in and of itself is not bad, but the love of money, the pursuit of money, the desire to be rich, if this is what we're chasing after, Timothy, be careful. Be careful that you're not putting your hope, your trust in something as flimsy, as not lasting as money. And I love at the end of this First Timothy chapter 6, starting in verse 17. Hopefully you're there by now, or press pause. It says this: as for the rich in this present age, basically, as for the rich right here, right now, challenge them to not be haughty, to not be prideful, nor to set their hope or their trust in the uncertainty of riches, but rather put their trust in God, who richly provides us with everything to enjoy. They are to do good, to be rich in good works, and to be generous and ready to share, thus storing up treasure for themselves as a good foundation for the future. Get this, so that they may take hold of that which is truly life. I love that last part, and I have it circle, highlighted, and underlined in my Bible, that they might take hold of that which is truly life. And he almost has this play on words in this passage here where he says, don't let the rich in this present age be prideful and to put their trust in their riches, but put their trust in God, who richly, get that, who richly provides us with everything to enjoy. They're to do good, to be rich in good works. Right? He's saying, don't be rich in money, be rich in good works. What if that's how we defined rich? To be generous and ready to share, and then storing up treasure for themselves as a good foundation, right? If you said somebody has a lot of treasure, you'd be like, oh, that person's wealthy. Like, look at their treasure chests. And he's saying, be rich in good works, which then will allow you to have treasure and a good foundation for the future because of those good works, because of your righteousness, because of putting your trust in God rather than your earthly riches. And he said, by pouring up this treasure in good works, by making this good foundation, by putting your trust in God, you're taking hold of that which is truly life. You're putting your trust in a God who has given us everything to enjoy. Right? It's not some stingy God up in a high place going, do right, don't do wrong, like rules, rules, rules. He's like, no, I want you to have life. I want you to have abundant life. I want you to store up treasures, but not that'll fade here and now, that'll last forever. And I love this kick that I feel like we've been on talking about life and actual life. Today, 9:10, my challenge for you as you prepare for Wednesday tonight is how do we have that lens, that kingdom lens that looks at things and that's lasting, that's not lasting, that's eternal, this is not eternal. And then treat the people around us as if they were eternal, as if doing good to them changed the eternal, changed their eternal. I don't know, I think it's a cool kick to be on right now, talking about life and that which actually gives us life. Love you guys. I'm stoked to see you tonight.